Right.
Okay, it is the March 9th, 2020. This is the meeting of the Hanson Recreation Commission. The meeting is being audio recorded and video recorded. I'm John Zuko, Vice Chair, sitting in for Diane Cohen, Chairperson who's not here tonight. In attendance are
Melissa Scartesi,
Brian Frizzetti.
Judy Hartwell,
Joan Frizzetti.
Bill Boyle,
Dory Jamison.
and in the audience, Hanson Selectman Matt Dyer. So our first order of business is the approval of minutes from February 24th to be approved. Can we get a motion to approve?
Does everybody have a
To
chance
approve
to?
the
Here's
minutes.
the minutes, you haven't had, everyone hasn't had a chance to look at the sign minutes.
I mean, they were on the website.
Yep,
I haven't signed
you
it
have
yet.
signed it, okay.
What's the dates?
It would be February 24th, and it would be open session, and then February
Executive
24th,
session.
executive session.
24th, okay, February 24th, open session, February 24th, executive session.
So moved.
Second.
And then are you withholding your executive minutes?
Huh?
Are you?
We have to.
Until, yeah, all
Right,
matters
so
are
you're gonna
released.
accept and withhold your?
Yeah.
Yeah, accept.
Until all matters are
Accept and
resolved.
withhold the executive session until
Yep.
Yep,
everything is cleared up.
yep.
Okay. We can vote, all approved?
Yep.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that is accepted. Next on the agenda is the department head update.
So, just facilities wise, we've had the guys starting to get everything a little prettier, because obviously we want the place to look as good as it can for the bridal show. Ed's gonna be working on the flower boxes. Jack has been prepping over in the, in Fezzi, the firehouse, whatever we're gonna call it, getting ready to do the screen, so we're waiting for Bob to get back. He had cataract surgery. So it's either gonna be, once Jack can move his arm, it's gonna be either he and Ed, or we might pull in either Bill or Jen to help them and start doing the screens. But again, I've been having them try to do more brush removal and just getting the place, you know, looking dapper for our bridal show coming up. What else? I've heard from Chris that they're gonna look to, in the next week or two, come in to shut off the gas for the oven so that they can start taking it apart. He said the new one should be in this week. I'm still waiting on the quotes though, so I can get those to John, send up to the State House, so we're still waiting on those. And yeah, nothing major. We fortunately didn't have too much tree damage. I mean, that was the whole issue of why the tree removal hasn't started, because now the tree company's backed up with all the wind damage just all over town already, so.
I got a nice big one.
Do they say when it's gonna be done?
No, they just said it's been postponed, and now again, we're at their mercy, so hopefully, you know, Dave said as soon as he has word from them, he'll let me know. And if I don't hear from him in a few days, I'll just, you know, friendly, you know, bother him a little bit. Yeah, other than that, everything's looking pretty good.
Right.
And I gotta, and we gotta get, obviously, the electrician back out. I wish Brian was here, because he said, I know Brian had a question about a pad mount transformer and all that. Dan Brown just told him he can, you know, call him and chat with him, so that way they can be on the same page about, you know, whether or not it makes sense, where we would put it if we had one.
What is that, what transformer?
A pad mount
Pad mount.
transformer.
Ah,
It increases your electricity capabilities to like the electric cabins, the cottage in the south end.
mhm.
Yeah, I know you have to like dig a pit for it and stuff too, and it's gotta have its own drainage field or something, so I mean, there'd definitely be some probably regulations and stuff that we'd have to follow being so close to the water, but, again, knowing that,
Well, the pad mount would be up this way, so, but it would be
but yeah,
in the
depending,
air
yeah.
going to the.
Yeah, so I mean, depending, I think, obviously, as long as we're 100 feet out from the water,
Yeah.
but I also don't know if, depending on how far you go down, if then, you know, you have to worry about wells or, you know, aquifers and, I don't know. So we'll find out about that.
I didn't see Bill, but Is there anybody in the electric cabin down there? Cause the shutter is wide open, you can see right through.
The pavilion,
No, in the electric cabin. I don't know if it's one or two.
one of the ones next to the bridle?
Yeah,
There shouldn't be.
there's a window open down there. One of them, that's why I meant to, I didn't see Bill, so I was gonna ask him about it, but.
I mean, he's poking, it's possible that he went in there, cause he's been cleaning up brush around the south end, and
There
he might
was,
have.
I think I saw somebody with a gator.
So if the gate was open, then
Maybe they
it's,
were
yeah.
doing
Yeah.
something there, okay.
Mhm.
But I just
Data over there.
didn't want to just make sure that.
I will double check, when we leave, I will double check to
Tonight.
make sure that it's not still open if that's the case.
It was just one of the shutters, you could see right through.
Yeah, so he might have been in there and just to let the light in.
The small one has one light bulb and the other one has two light bulbs up in the air. We should probably put LED lights if we can in there, so it'll be brighter, because they're not very.
Yeah, it's,
Can't see.
although I don't know if we want them that bright, because then you can see all the dirt, no.
We washed those down last year really good.
Oh yeah, they'll need another scrubbing.
Well, they do every year, but.
So yeah, that's for the most part on facilities, oh yeah, sorry, I don't wanna jump forward.
Bill, is there an extra one? Was that passed out and I didn't? Was he
Uh,
supposed to
yeah,
print it? Were we supposed to print it?
They emailed it, what?
I didn't see.
Oh, I'll pull them up.
I can,
I just didn't know.
Would you
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
say trees, Julie, no?
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely, I just didn't, I forgot that that's what.
I
I
got
had
you
it, no, I got it, I had
Are
it.
you sure?
Yeah, yep, don't make any more photocopies, I got it. I did, I got it from Dory, right?
Yeah,
Yep. No, did you send?
Yep,
Yeah,
that's-
yeah, you did, yeah.
Yeah, Dory had to send everything out because my computer has passed on. So Ryan's in the process of getting all the stuff off of it. And he'll be transferring onto a new one, and then I'll have that
There we go.
hopefully in a few days. We were hoping we'd be able to salvage it, and
Is that your own laptop or?
no, that's the camp's.
Yeah.
So that's, it's going back, it's got stuff from at least 2017, maybe 2016 on there, so it's, again, it's only a couple years old, but, I mean, it's still got Windows 7 on it, which no longer has,
Cutting edge.
yes.
Any more facilities, is that it?
I'm just gonna-
What else? Have any
Oh,
facilities?
the floors.
Floors,
tentatively-
yes, right.
Tentatively slated for, April, I believe April
Okay,
9th and
that
10th.
and then.
Because they're fine for the wedding show, right? We don't need it for that?
Yeah, no, they should be fine for that.
For April.
Oh, this is,
April 9th and 10th.
I'm looking at the wrong phone, the wrong calendar. Yeah, so tentatively, April 9 and 10. Because that will allow, you know, everything to cure over Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
And then by Monday, you know, he said it would be fine.
Well, you got nothing scheduled then, right?
No, I mean, the only thing we would have on, Saturday is yoga, so we just have to see, you know,
Well, she-
either have her
she
maybe
could
do the
go to
pavilion or
pavilion
something, yeah.
someplace,
Yeah.
I mean, they could even probably do it out on the porch, if it's a day like today,
Yeah, it was
they
nice
were out on the porch, it was beautiful out.
So the
Kinda
9th
jealous.
and 10th, or what days? That's a
Thursday and Friday.
Thursday, Friday.
Friday, okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and there's nothing scheduled, so.
Right, now Little League opening day is a Saturday, in case there's people wondering, or
The who?
Little League opening day,
Oh, that's exciting.
Saturday,
The 11th.
the 11th, yeah.
Also, what is it, Green
It's usually,
Hanson
you know,
is what, April
You
5th?
get that
I have
traffic
no idea.
blocked off.
Oh, yeah.
Very Hanson.
Yeah. Green Hanson does the town cleanup, and we always tend to do it at the same, schedule hours for the same time as them.
Mhm.
Oh, and I did finally get back from Republic again, so they're crediting us again for having put that, the wrong dumpster
Right.
on the bill, so.
April 25th.
April 25th.
I've got the email confirmation of the credit, so we can now
What date was
pay that, and,
20th?
I will
25th.
send them the notification that we will no longer require the services as of July. So, once I said that, then I'll start reaching out, we'll get some bids on
And
new
Laura
companies.
posted tonight when we're having Hanson Day.
And yeah, I'm waiting, Brian, the floor guy, is gonna send me some quotes,
Mhm.
because I guess we're looking at doing library, main floor here, and the foyer. I don't think we're gonna do the stage, just, or we might do the stage just because it's been,
How long has it been?
he doesn't even remember the last time he said years. So,
Does it need to be done, or maybe
On
just
Hanson
a
Day, so it'll be June
cleaning and
6th,
curing,
Wednesday
or
the
do you need
13th.
polyurethane, is it
And we usually set
polyurethane?
the
yeah, he'll probably do a
Have
buff
it
and
displayed.
poly on
Yeah,
it.
buff and polish.
Okay, and then.
Because it is, if you look under the
Vicki
carpet, it is
Yeah.
pretty
Commission
scratched.
do it.
I think that's why they just put the carpet up there, so
Mhm.
that way it would stop
That
hitting.
that was the
think
weekend,
that's all
he
we're gonna
started
ask him to
Monday,
do
the
with
after, the day after.
The rest of the floor
Hanson
is
Day
rough
last
and
year.
polished because it's so thin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
And
he's,
again, it'll be gone.
yeah, no, he said he's not gonna do
One
any
is
sanding, because he
about
said
the Veterans
he's not gonna be able to
Memorial
find anything to
that you
replace
guys
it,
will
so.
He's real good,
up at the
very good.
PCA,
Um,
and the PC, you know what I mean. Yeah, PCA is just right
Yeah.
on the.
Any other facilities, questions, or from anyone?
Pine trees, something to talk over.
The action plan?
Oh, yeah, so just, again, going through, yeah, we got to, well, I'm not gonna talk about the events yet, because that's next. More so that, so I signed up for a training at the end of March, so it's the big convention, it's down in Falmouth, but it's essentially all of the
The
rec
municipality
direct-
thing,
yeah.
that's an awesome one, actually.
Yeah, all the rec directors from all over go and, learn about new activities and new things, so it'll be good for me to be
It's good.
immersed in the culture and, I believe, the director from Mansfield will be there, so I'll look the team up with her just to get some FaceTime with her. And, I've met with Sue down in Kingston, so I'll look to see if I can at least link up with a few people that I've seen and, kind of have them tutor me along.
What was the date you said?
It is, the 25th, 26th, 27th, so it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of March. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Where's that at?
It's in Falmouth, I forget the name of,
Seacrest?
I think it's at the Seacrest.
it might be
Yes, yes,
Seacrest.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Never been, but I was,
Oh, it's beautiful.
Hearing really
It's a lot
good things
nicer in
from
the
it.
summer, but.
I know.
I wouldn't go swimming this time of year.
I don't swim in the ocean anyway. I know better than to mess with sharks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got the register, but so I'll find
Yeah.
it.
Cool.
Um,
There's plenty of parking.
good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I figured, obviously in addition to the action plan, having training, as much training as possible will always help, so.
Yep. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, is that it for department head update?
Yeah, because then when we get to new business, the events are
Yeah.
part of the plan anyway, so.
Okay, so we got new business events.
Yeah, so, comedy show, May 9th. I'm waiting on the link, so there was a couple of misspellings, so they're fixing that and they're gonna resend the link to me, the ticket link through Unipay.
Mm-hmm.
So once we have the link, I'm gonna send that to Michael Pettit, the comedian. He's gonna get a poster doctored up for us. He's gonna help us obviously with the poster. He's gonna do a couple like little video kind of promotions for the show. And actually, just overall promotion of Kiwanee. I was on his show last week, so the segment should air in the next couple days. He's gonna send it to me, and then we'll be able to blast it all over our social media.
Good.
So it wasn't promoting the comedy show itself, but more just it was a getting to know Camp Kiwanee, nice little like 5-minute segment.
That was good.
Is that on the website too?
It will be, yeah. But yeah, he sent me the rough cut, and now they're just putting in some of the final graphics and everything. He said once it's ready, he'll send it to me, and then we can share it all over the place. Tentatively looking at Friday, April 24th, for the Magician. he got back to me on his price, so it's $550.
So what is that, what's that for?
So looking at doing like a little magic show
Magic show?
for the kiddos
For the
over
kids, okay.
April vacation.
Yeah.
So we'd obviously be doing it in here, look to have it as a ticketed event, you know, probably $10 a ticket or something like that, so nothing crazy, but, you know, at least if we can cover the cost. Can't imagine we're gonna, you know, break the bank, but
Mhm.
What does it cost? I'm sorry.
$550 would be his cost.
Who's the magician?
Tommy James?
The Shondells?
Yeah.
Well, they're extra, so.
Is the other one that does the library too? Do you know?
Is that a 60s?
I don't know if he's, yeah,
They
Is
do
that a
do-
60s thing?
yeah.
Yeah, Tom James and the Shondells.
I don't,
Never.
Moni Moni.
he
yeah.
didn't mention that he's performed this, so I don't think he's actually
Okay.
performed in Hanson
Yeah,
before.
okay, gotcha.
And then we are looking to still do the karate camp for April vacation. They've had a couple of tournaments, so I think I finally get to go train on Thursday, so I'll be able to hopefully see Sensei Allison and get her to sign the agreement, and then we'll put it together, we'll figure out the pricing, we'll get a link up on Unipay and
Yeah,
we'll
that
get
sounds good.
kids
Get a
registered
bunch of
for-
stuff going on
Yeah.
April vacation, then you can hopefully sell some more Kirby Code passes too during
Yeah.
that vacation. Let people know.
So yeah, that's it so far for events. Yeah, I mean, I'll still try to schedule the dance lesson people, but I'm sure he's probably busy with.
Was that
events.
Roger or who's that?
Yeah. So. I mean, if,
Dragon was-
I know you know a little bit, so maybe
Yeah.
if you wanna
Yeah,
put a bug in his ear.
just the ADD. Yeah, I wouldn't count on it, yeah. If he is that, yeah, throw it in the trash.
But I mean, I'll keep bugging him because
Yeah.
there may be it's getting to the point
Yeah,
we're gonna start we're not gonna have any Fridays available to do anything.
right,
So,
yeah, exactly.
where it's still not in season, it'd be good to at least get a couple of those in there.
Is the wedding show, is that under old business or new coming up?
Oh, well, I guess we could talk, yeah, that's obviously coming up on the 29th.
Yeah,
Feedback from her is that she's getting a lot of responses.
yeah,
So I think it's gonna be a good show. We'll have a good showing. She did reach out and ask. They had somebody that wanted to come with a horse-drawn carriage. But per Board of Health regulations, we do not allow horses on property. So I just talked to Gil today, confirmed that, so we'll just reach out to, let them down.
Have we done anything yet about getting anything promotional material for the table?
I've been talking with Ernie Foster. I've been putting some pictures and stuff together. It is now on the computer that no longer exists, so once Ryan gets me that back, I'll be able to put more of it together and send him something. I'm thinking, at least for now, we should just do a kind of a generic kind of Camp Kiwanee, just different pieces of information. I think where we're looking at possibly changing up, event prices and wedding fees and things like that. I don't think we should print a wedding one that we would then have to reprint when things change.
I'd like to do, I don't know who the committee people are for the Cove this year, but I think I'd like to do, work with hopefully the new beach director, but put together a Cove brochure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, just because, I think that should be out for definitely April vacation. And I also talked to the school department, and they said that they would allow us to hand it out. So my thought was when we get there, with the Cove, because I know it's at the old business, that it should go out for opening day, fun day, whatever they've got going on. They are more than happy to, hand it out.
Yeah.
But they also said that they will do a digital. So I think we hit them up for 3 things. Handing them out, so there's paper, because there's still a lot of parents that
Oh,
deliver
yeah.
the paper.
You
And then-
definitely want that digital copy.
Yeah, the digital, and then the last thing that they do is they actually send out voicemails.
Really?
Yes, they'll send out like little messages, audio. The school system pays for it anyway. So
right.
anything that we host that's free, we can actually put on there.
Okay.
The only issue with our April vacation is that there's a charge for the the magic show. I don't know if they'd allow that, just because it's a charge, but.
Well, I mean, if we wanna just get the advertising, get people in, we don't necessarily have to charge, but then we're,
Well, then you could, I was just thinking in terms of charging people, you could get more with food than you could with, entice them to come in.
Sell food.
And then sell food. Every single dance I've ever done at school,
yeah,
the biggest money maker, and I know I don't wanna push this is so bad, I don't even know how we get away with selling candy, but candy. Have a table of candy, I am telling you, the pizza bowl, we sold candy out of our ears, and if you do the magic show for free, and they can blast it out, say come and check out Camp Kiwanee, and that night, we get them on the food end. Because you'll make each kid, if you have candy, popcorn, soda, $10 easy. They'll pay that. I know for my boys, they'll keep bugging me for money.
yeah.
Spend
Yeah.
20 on that.
Yeah.
What's the law?
I gotta ask
For-
Todd.
For food?
Yeah.
If it's pre-packaged, I don't think you necessarily need safe serve, is that correct, Billy?
And
Right.
Bill's
Right, and I
already-
have the serve safe,
Or sorry,
but I gotta ask Todd, cause I don't know if there's an issue about like overly profiting on the food. Like, I think it's gotta be within so I wanna just clarify with Todd to make sure that we're not breaking any sort of like municipal law.
Yeah, no,
Right,
if you
I-
can, like
it's a good
ice
idea.
cream,
Yeah.
because that time of year is gonna be, you might have a hot night,
Yeah,
and giving the kids like ice cream would be,
Matt?
If you just have it a suggested donation,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
so.
can we do that though?
that's
We would have to
what
have
the.
a friends group, I
the-
believe,
the
is that right?
The
Yeah.
200th anniversary does it, and I don't think they're doing it through a friends group.
But there's something cause I asked Todd, cause they're selling swag and stuff too, and I was told that we're not allowed to do that, and for some reason, it's different for
They have
them.
a 501c3, Matt.
The
So
not,
what
the
way?
200th
Join your
anniversary?
t-shirts.
Yeah, they use it, no, because Laura uses,
Oh, there we go.
We've got a 501(c)(3), so I mean,
yeah,
that
they
doesn't.
use somebody else's 501c3, that's how
Okay.
they get away with it.
Okay.
Okay, but that's a good idea. So it would be nice to get people here.
So
I
just
think
Free
get 'em-
magic show.
and maybe
Yeah,
that's-
just do it for,
Yeah.
because honestly, then, I think what we really need is the bodies in here.
Mhm.
Because if you wanna sell those cove passes or the swim lessons, hopefully by then, we'll have our swim lesson information. And, that's more you can pass out, but,
Well, this is April, I mean, maybe,
you don't think we'll have a swim?
well, we can have some, but I mean, we're not gonna even be able to bring the beach director on until May.
Oh, no.
And it's a seasonal thing, I mean, it has to.
No, but I think, that's another concern that we had was that a lot of these camps, and when you go to that municipal thing, Bill, a lot of these people, signups are in April. Like I know for this summer, if I want my son to join that swim team thingy.
Yeah, I mean, we could mirror what Emma did, and just add in another session. So her registration form, they had the 3 sessions, so July 15th to 26th, the 29th to August 9th, and then session 3 was August 12th to the 24th. We could potentially put in a session before that July one and try to get something end of June, beginning of July. And then we could we could have something like this ready, it's just,
I mean,
we're
yeah.
not gonna have them planned out just cause.
No, but I mean,
yeah.
you're anticipating them. If you know
Yeah.
for sure, we do know for sure we're having swim lessons, for sure.
Right, but
Okay.
whoever the beach director is this year may decide to do it differently than what
And
Emma's
that's
plan
fine.
was last year. But I
That-
mean, you can't put out a flyer stating you're gonna have 3 sessions when you end up only having 2.
No, but you can put in that you're gonna have the swim lessons and these are the TBDs. Plenty of people do TBDs with asterisks, to be determined. If you know, every single year we do it, we have 3 weeks of swim lessons. And then the other thing too is that evening, if you wanted that brochure to read, if you're interested, please get on our mailing list. You can capture mailing emails, so it's much easier than, putting it out 2
And
weeks
then you can just
before.
blast it out.
Yeah,
There
just
should
say,
be a
hey,
mailing
registrations
list
are
already
open
made
now.
up.
And just
fill
a
out this
schedule
form.
is subject to change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just,
Mhm.
no.
But, I mean, you capitalize on that,
But that email thing, so cause I get, my daughter's in kindergarten and I get the email blasts for events.
Yeah.
And they send it as a PDF, and we could do
Yeah.
that.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Do you ever get the calls? I get the calls.
I haven't gotten a call.
I get robocall.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe
School
it's
system
middle
for
school
3
up,
years,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Oh, okay. But I mean, I'm just capitalize on that. I mean, think about the thousands, you know, of kids on that
Mhm.
click of a button. And it sure beats, you know,
The Cove rates and stuff, we're just keeping it the same as last year, correct?
I don't know if that would be something that
We-
we have to look at.
Yeah, we're not going up.
no, we did talk
We went up
about
last year.
doing,
Are we still technically on the fence?
yeah, we are.
Yeah.
So we,
Yeah.
maybe, so can we,
We go up, yeah.
can we
You would.
get through it, so there's nothing left for rent, so can
Another
we,
friends to go to old business.
can we just jump, can we do the warrants and then we'll
Yeah.
just jump onto job postings and then we can
Okay.
talk
Do
about
the
it?
cove?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
That's-
have to do
yeah.
the cove.
Okay, yeah. Okay, anyone have questions? Have you all seen the warrants?
No.
It is done. Do you guys have any questions on the warrants? Was that electric bill, was that for 1 month?
The electric bills,
Yeah.
there's like four, you get
The
four
National Grid
electric
one?
bills.
Yeah.
You get 4 of them at a time, and there's, I think.
Oh, so that's 4 at a time, it's not 1 month.
Well, no, it's for a month, but it's like, we get 4 different ones, so one's like all of this,
Oh,
one's
okay,
part
I'll
of
give
it.
you 4 different ones.
Yeah, so we get,
Yeah,
it's ridiculous the amount.
Oh,
Cause it goes there's one for that pole over there.
Yeah,
It's,
What does Big Copy do for us?
the
that's
copy
your
machine.
Copy machine.
Oh, okay, so just to rent it? Is that what
Mostly.
that is?
Yeah, it's the rental and it's, like the toner and all that stuff.
Oh, gotcha.
So they track our toner usage and then, we get billed accordingly.
So we print our own brochures, right, if we are to make them, or does the town?
We can't, I
When you
was
say
gonna
brochure,
try
what
to,
do you mean?
I
It's
just-
Cove.
I was
Like
gonna
just
try to
like
utilize.
paper copies?
I was gonna try to utilize Webster Printing, so we had it professionally done.
yeah, right,
Okay,
yeah. Better.
We could print out, again, if we're gonna do it and we want it to look good and,
Right.
and again, we're looking at marketing the Cove. And it will also depend on what they will or won't charge us, but I think something like that.
And then going to the brochures, you guys were gonna do cove and camping?
Separately.
I want it,
Separate, or
yeah, I
did you
think
want
we
it
should
full?
do,
Cove should be
Oh,
one,
we should have a
it's on
Cove one, we
wedding
should have
should
a
be
camping one, and then
a wedding one.
a wedding one.
Yeah.
Or, so maybe with the camping, I think we should have, again, like just a snapshot of Camp Kiwanee, so maybe we have a little bit more focus on the camping piece on that one, but also show, here's, a couple wedding pictures.
You also have facilities, remember that the renting of the lodge, we're gonna promote that as well, right?
Right, but I don't, if we're gonna be possibly changing price structure, I don't wanna go through the printing of all that, and then we're just gonna have to throw in a bunch of things because we changed the price. That's why I wanna at least do one generic one to start, so at least we've got a marketing piece, and we've got something that's tangible to people, and they can get a little snapshot of Camp Kiwanee, and then we can have one specific to the Cove, we can have one specific for weddings or events, but we really need to hash out what sort of changes we're gonna do. Where we voted to do the off-season stuff,
Yeah,
we need to get that approved by the board of selectmen, that's certainly
we
something
need
that
to
needs
get
to go
that,
in
'cause
there.
we need a brochure for the wedding show.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so we need to get that done very
I thought
quickly.
you-
When's that?
You
No,
didn't
for
do
the-
anything for the
17th
wedding
is
rates, what?
Okay.
you
Well, no, but
presented?
I know that we've
17th
been
is
talking
the-
about possibly changing stuff, so if.
Selectmen
But we
rating.
did suggest changes last meeting.
I know.
We did give suggestions for wedding rates, and that's where the peak ones would go, and then you got the non-wedding rates. And
Right,
then-
but it was suggestion, but it never went to a vote like this is what we're changing it to. So what I'm saying is like, I don't wanna go and print something with what our prices are
For
now.
what?
I thought we did vote on that.
We voted on the wedding rates.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it has to go for the
Are
select.
you
We
talking
did
about
vote.
the different prices, or are you just talking about the off-season stuff?
both.
Well,
Well, that was all voted on.
Well, the prices stay the same, but 20% off during the off-peak
Yeah,
months.
yeah.
Yeah, you have that.
Yeah, I know that got voted.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's,
So
but
Bill, do we have
we
to
didn't
go
vote the whole thing.
March 17th to get that approved by the selectmen? To okay that? Is that
Well, if we're gonna do the off-season stuff, it does have to go to the
We need
board.
to get that done and then
all
get
of
it
it, the
printed
whole, the
before the
wedding
wedding
rates,
show.
the non-wedding rates, and then you could do, and we'd have to, before the 17th, we're not gonna have another
But
meeting
now
before
just do
then.
the off-season.
Yeah, just do the
'cause
off-season
The other
and
one,
hit them.
was a little too complex from what I was reading, some more discussion had to go with that.
Yeah, the non-wedding
What,
stuff.
non-wedding?
Yeah.
I would definitely push that off
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, because I mean, we're marketing that in like 2 weeks, I mean, if
Right.
you know, that's a big one.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then if I'm, with what so did we vote that, oh yeah, so a reception only, Fridays and Sundays is gonna be 3,000? Was that actually voted on, and then Saturdays was gonna be 4,500?
Was it
Mhm.
4,000?
Yeah, with no ceremony?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So ceremony and reception would be 3,500,
Yeah,
reception only would be 3,000.
and that's for Friday,
That's
Sunday?
Friday,
right.
Sundays, and then Saturdays was ceremony and reception 5, reception only 45.
45, yes,
Okay.
correct.
Now you didn't do the but the
off-season.
off-season on this list.
But that did, but the commission did vote, I know you voted to approve that, so as long as the off-season stuff is, and these, then yeah, we'll send that to the board of selectmen, have them sign off and,
Okay, so John, did you write down what we decided for the off-season?
Yeah, we're going 20% less.
20%, okay, so
Yeah.
that's just one line that you have to put, right?
yeah, so we can say, and it was, did you say November 1st to April 30th?
April 30, yes.
Yeah,
You're correct.
And the other thing to iron out too is the security deposit. And we
Yes.
talked about, rather than $1,000 security deposit for a 4-hour
That wasn't,
party,
It was
I
only
think you said
20%.
20%.
Yeah, it was
So-
never brought to the selectmen's, I mean, we had talked about it and we put it on paper and the policies and procedure, but it was never,
yes, it was voted on by the selectmen back.
but it was not in
Hold
the,
up. We're waiting for legal, whatever it may be.
For now, the new one.
To
Right.
get back, because we need to get that back and reword that 20% part so it makes sense.
But
So we don't get caught in the
2017,
trap.
it was,
It was
2018, it
20%,
was
yeah.
approved with a 20%
But it reads kind of
for non-wedding.
vague.
I think
So-
what it needs to specifically say though is 20% of like the wedding security deposit, because again, if we have a $400 event and it's 20%, that's an $80 security deposit, that's,
I think that's what the gripe was, is that it was, $1,000 is ridiculous for
Right,
that
$400.
event.
right. So if it's $200, I think that's reasonable, and again, if something happens, you can certainly at least cover something with 200, with
but
80 bucks.
remember, the situation is that for a lot of like nonprofits that are gonna have those, like my nonprofit, we have a certificate of insurance that's
Insurance,
worth more than that, we have a
Right.
$2 million security.
Right, so and that's why
insurance.
we gotta see too, if they have that, they can opt to use that as opposed to the security deposit,
Yeah, because.
which I would be fine with,
Yeah,
but that,
and it's just to insure it, yeah.
Yeah, you just get a piece of paper, it's common practice, like we do it for them all, like, that's why ours is so high, because they made us
yeah.
get this ridiculous
Yeah, I know,
insurance.
I think it's Hannon Murphy, they do the insurance for the town, I know that Mary I'll reach out to them again, cause again, that was right before John's transition and all that, so there are things that are still floating out there, so.
Yeah, I think,
If I have to, I'll see if I'm allowed to reach out to them, but I don't know if that's something that. they would
anything
have
with
to do.
certificate of insurance is standard, I mean, even for municipalities. I mean, you know, I had to do it for the town of Hanover, for their rec department, when we rented, Forge Pond. They wanted
It's
a
required.
certificate of
Yeah,
insurance,
it's
and we had to pay an extra so many dollars so that we could have it. I think they increased theirs, or I don't know if we did either,
Mhm.
but theirs was increased.
Yeah, and supposedly we only require it here, right now, somebody rents out the entire camp. So like when, Netflix was here,
Yeah,
like they had to have one. So, yeah, I like the idea of being able to use that instead of,
yeah, cause then, you know, when we're talking about community type things, you know, there are a lot of community groups in this town that would have a 501c3 that, you know, should be treated like, you know, a non-profit business, cause I mean, it's one thing to have, you know, I don't know, Brokers of America coming to use this space for $400, but there's another thing to have like a Kiwanis or a Rotary Club, you know, trying to do some kind of fun event, community event, and, you know.
like, oh, by the way, we need $1,000.
Well, I
Like,
believe you were also speaking of, if there's a birthday party here, the birthday party's 400, and I have to give 1,000 down.
Right,
That's what, in 2017, I think it was, that's why we voted that 20% in, but the wording has to be fixed, but until we get the paperwork back from legal, we can't fix anything.
Yeah,
So
so
I
for,
don't know if someone can find out when legal's gonna finally wake up off the pile of policies and procedures, but that's a real simple change.
But was the intent 20% of the 400?
The intent was 20% of the 400 because the problem is people don't have $1,000 to put down on
Absolutely,
that.
for a $400 event.
And we were also, or someone was going to look into buying some, Brian has the information on it. Someone's gonna look into some type of insurance you can purchase.
Purchase,
for
right.
rental.
Mhm.
I don't know much about that at all, but I guess you can give them an option of, you can purchase, rental insurance.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Unless you have a huge policy that has a certificate of insurance, like additional insurance.
Right, well, that's, again, we're talking like a birthday party or a
Yeah.
get together or a gathering or whatever. I'm not talking,
Yeah, I think they're honest, I think they're $180. So, if you give people that option, but even so, I think, 20% for a birthday party. And that's another thing that we had talked about was we were looking for a balance to have weddings increase.
Right.
Definitely need that, but we also can't forget that we want people to be able to use the camp for what it was intended for, which was public use.
Well, we're missing a lot of the boat in the winter too. I mean, how many people have birthdays in the winter that could be using this place that
Yeah,
they just
absolutely.
don't. I mean,
Mhm.
again, you hear a grand, it's like, almost that.
Yeah, it's too many hurdles for townspeople, I think.
So yeah, if we can get that back from legal, then we can move forward on that and move
Get that
everything forward.
paragraph reworded. I think
Yeah,
you can
that's
put
a
in a
matter of
business
a couple
plan
of
too.
words.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, again, it's a security deposit because it's protecting us in the event, like they break a window or whatever, it's gonna cost more than $80, or they scratch the floor. And so I think at least 200's a happy medium because it's certainly not 1,000, it's not 500.
Mhm.
It's definitely something that people,
And it's
Could be a little bit
20%
more
off the
comfortable.
wedding, off 1,000.
yeah, and then it's still kind of sticking with that 20%, but it's the 20% of,
We can
The
do
wedding
that too.
deposit.
We can write it
Yeah.
whatever way you wanna write it, and then again, it goes through the board of
As long as
selectmen.
it's changed from 1,000.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's, I think that's
It
important,
has
yeah.
been changed from 1,000, so
Yeah,
that's
legally.
not the part, legally it has, I already went through the board of selectmen back in 2017,
No, but the
so
legal folks haven't done it, changed it on the legal.
That's already
it's
been-
on there.
In other words,
That's
what
legal.
she's trying to say is that in 2017, we voted for 20% down in lieu of $1,000 down,
Mhm.
but we need to get it back to us so it can be
Be
reworded.
reworded,
It's very
that's the
vague the
only
way it's
thing.
written.
So we'll check on that.
And we
Yeah.
can,
Yeah,
again,
I
as
gotta
Billy
know.
said, you can do $200, but also you have to keep in mind, if we have a caretaker here, they kinda need to babysit the facility, they just can't say, have at folks. You have someone that
Oh,
should
we're
be
still
in
gonna
the
have-
line of
yeah.
vision, that may
But-
stop someone from breaking a window
Right,
and
Yeah.
things like that.
But they have to be walking around the event. I mean, they can't just be into the arts and crafts cabin sitting there and killing the time. They need to be working.
right, well, I mean, when the caretaker's here, they're not standing right in the middle of the event, because that's also awkward if you're standing in
I
front of
didn't
somebody.
say that, I
But,
said walking around.
but I know, they're floating around, they pop into the kitchen, they come out and check on stuff, but again, we don't always want them right in the middle of everything, because it's also kind of weird to have us always looking over somebody's shoulder. But yeah, no, they're not out in the craft cabin, they're not upstairs, they're in the building when the
Their
event's
presence
going on.
is known, yeah.
Which cuts down on a lot of your, I mean, this came about because we had, I guess, a wedding years ago where someone had broke a window and cost us a fortune. There was a mess behind lawsuits and everything else, so that's why, all this came about to begin with $1,000.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah, $1,000, it's,
It hurts. But yeah, 200 seems to be,
I think that'd be a happy spot, but, people wouldn't be too upset with $200. Okay,
do
so,
we, well, go ahead, Bill, I'm sorry.
well, just so to confirm, the 20% off auto season is gonna be November 1st to April 30th.
Yep.
And we're switching reception only, those prices.
Mm-hmm.
So for now, the security deposit for weddings is not changing, we're keeping that at 1,000. Okay.
Yeah. Yep, okay, so, which goes into my next thing, do we have collateral for the wedding show? What do we have? What do we need? We need,
We have leftover bags.
how many
Yeah,
bags
we
we
got
have?
told, we got close to 100.
Okay.
I can count them, but
Okay.
yeah, I think we gave out about 100 or so at the last one, and we kept some obviously for the show. I could talk to her, he was obviously talking about the brochures and stuff, and
Yeah.
possibly getting one of those pull-up banners. Thing of it, those start to get expensive though. They can be anywhere from $200 to $600,
Depending on the height.
depending on how tall it is and, again, what graphics you're
Mhm.
using.
What, because Walker Clay can do all that stuff if we need it.
No,
The
no.
pull-up banners and,
Oh,
You could also, I mean, if you want, and I understand we want something a little more high quality, but if we're looking in terms of pricing, It's a Party does have the vinyl, I know, it's a little bit cheesy, but.
I think Staples does
Yeah,
it too.
I mean, if you're just looking for a picture, it's a little poster thingy, it's a little cheap, but until we can,
you gotta sell weddings, you gotta look good.
okay.
You gotta
Yeah,
look-
so I think
Yeah.
if we have the, you know, kind of the table set up similar to how we had it at the
Yeah.
Lantana.
Mhm.
And again, just as long as the place is on point, you know, the lights are on, we can get,
What's going in the bag? What do we have going in the bags? We have like a brochure going in the bags? We need that.
well, that's, as long as this stuff's approved, then we can go
Yeah.
and we can get the.
Okay.
yeah.
We're talking about the seasonal coupons, pretty much, right? That's what we're.
No, we're talking about the wedding show. We need
No, I
something.
understand that, that's what we're trying to market, trying to increase off-season.
No, just everything, the whole thing in
We're
general.
trying to do the whole.
Everything
Like
is going in that
off-season,
thing.
Off-season.
Here's our pricing, here's some pictures. It's a little trifold to go in there.
Yeah.
And we also talked, Billy, you and I talked about having a calendar out there, so we'll know right
Right,
away.
you'll have a
Oh,
calendar.
What's
yeah, somebody wants
available.
to book with us right
So
then.
book it right
Yes.
down, it's available,
Yeah.
book it.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll get people's emails, so that way we can send them information if they want.
Yeah, yeah, makeup, we need to make up sheets, Joey can do that. Just,
You're supposed to go to Webster Print.
I'll email you, Joey, what you need, what we need, to like little sheets so they can fill them out right on the spot.
Do they get transferred to a database? Do we have a
You
database?
can do that?
We
Like,
currently
what did we
not.
do with those emails that you guys got?
They're in,
Excel
they're,
sheet.
yeah, well, they're at my desk.
Oh, so then they should be transferred to an Excel, right?
Probably.
Because couldn't we shoot
Yeah.
an email to those girls and say, come to the bridal list?
Yeah, you sure can.
Well, we told everybody that we got, we had them kind of mark their calendar, we said, you know,
And you sent a
3:29.
follow-up email.
Yeah.
Maybe we should send them a
Send
save the
another one.
date.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we can send them, yeah, I can actually see if I can port in Kelly's, her
Yeah.
rustic bridal thing,
Yeah.
we could just send
And
that.
Kelly should be sending you a list of all the brides that attended at the end of the show. So she should be sending you the whole list of who attended, what their contact info is, all that. So I'll touch base with her on that if you want, or you can touch base, doesn't matter,
Yeah.
if you're gonna do that.
Yeah, and I think the bags are a good marketing piece, the
Yeah.
brochure, I think
Now,
more
did you
so
get
just.
did you get that info from, you should have got that from the bridal bash.
Which info?
Everyone who attended, all their contact info, email them. If you signed up with the bridal bash,
We got the ones from the people that came to our table, but we didn't.
no,
get
they should send you a whole list of everyone that attended. Yep, that's what
I'll
you're
ask
supposed to
who-
do, yeah,
I think her name was
yeah. Send,
Gwen
say,
or something.
say, yeah, say, hey, we didn't get a list of people that attended, can you resend that for us? Oh, yeah.
I'll
That's
reach
part of the show, it's part of what you pay for the show, is for the whole list of everyone that attended.
And when you do the sheet like this, just the plain sheet rather than just the folder, if you're gonna do any of those, can we do them colorful? It doesn't have to necessarily.
Oh, we talking
be
about, for the rate stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah, we can,
I mean, remember was make the background colorful so that it's more attractive than just a plain piece of white
I do
paper.
that.
Huh?
Yeah,
I know,
and
but I mean,
on the
it
brochure,
doesn't-
don't put the
but I mean-
rates, so do like a separate paper like that.
Yeah,
for the
no,
rates, yeah,
yeah.
because if rates are gonna change, that's gonna screw up the whole brochure,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right, so, I mean,
Yeah.
but do this
Well, we
one,
did
but
put
do it like either purple or blue, varying, get shades of blue or purple, because that's usually the wedding colors, something
Yeah.
like that. And then like, when you do the cove, we should do the same thing with the cove.
yeah, I think if we're able to,
It's
sometimes
different
almost like a
colors, like-
watermark, where
Mhm.
we could have a picture, whether it's a bridal picture, a picture of the camp or out there, and then.
But I
Because-
mean, but I mean, it's just that this was pretty, I mean, it's attractive looking too, and I mean, you can have, like, this one was here for weddings and
Yeah, I mean-
corporate weddings and showers.
Yeah, like this
This
is just,
last
it's
year.
a, this is step.
Very,
It's
that's
just-
what I'm
yeah.
saying, so if we could do a colorful background, either
Hmm?
pink and blue for the
29,
brides,
29.
or purple for the
So for the
bridals.
bridal expo, we
And
stuffed
then for the
the
cone,
rates
do like
and.
green.
I think the brochures and the rates.
You did a letter.
Different
Yeah.
shade of blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have-
But that was more, so I have new business cards, so now we can actually use that, that was,
Yeah,
purpose
business
of the
card,
letter
do we
was-
have
Little
any,
stuff of business.
yeah,
do you have anything else we can stuff in there? Jet ski or anything, a pen?
that'd be nice.
Less than some money.
We have to buy.
Yeah, you guys wanna authorize me to spend some money, we can go get some pens or something?
Do like a Camp Kiwanee pen. Those are cheap. Or
Or-
hand sanitizer.
What if, oh,
Yeah, try to get
if we
them.
can even get it
Can't
though.
get it.
But what about even like a little bell or something? I mean, wedding bells, like a little Camp Kiwanee bell or something.
No, well, like you say, they do it all over there, Walker Place, if you wanna go on there and see what they got.
If you tell them like,
Yeah,
I can reach it too, but if they tell it like under $1, they'll give you some good stuff.
people
Yeah.
do like pens, cause we're always stealing our pens and saying they have specials on it, they're always taking them off, I
All
take.
my show people, they like the sanitizer and the,
Yeah.
not just 'cause
Yeah,
of
'cause
the
you do
virus.
shows, so you know what they like, yeah,
Yeah, and pens.
Well, and like Tiny and Sons, they do pen, like I see the pens everywhere.
yeah,
Cause people steal them from other places and they end up somewhere else.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah,
So whether it's a pen or, oh,
pen or
sure,
something,
you're,
yeah.
Or even like a notebook.
Brian, you got a question?
Yeah, Board of Selectmen meets tomorrow,
No,
17.
17th. Because you're talking about obviously getting these rates changed for that.
Yeah.
To be able to do the flyer, which means they need to approve it on the 17th. So that way you have time to even get this thing together.
well, we can kinda have it mocked up and just make sure they don't print it until you get the go-ahead, so at least if they have what they're gonna be printing.
Will the Board of Selectmen require the commission to be there, or can we vote for Billy to be there, or you just send you guys an email?
Right, what I would recommend is send it along, send all the information along, and then just have one person there to answer questions, on behalf of the commission. Like I come to the meetings,
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
you know what I mean, so I know what you guys are talking about, but they might have a question that might be beyond me. So if you have Billy there, or just one of you guys there just to answer any questions.
Because I noticed you guys usually, you'll say, okay, the town administrator, we are voting for the town administrator, we're giving him the power to say, sign this document, or,
Mm-hmm.
you know, put a presentation on. Are you available for that night?
I can go that night if you
Or-
can, yeah.
Yeah, either, yeah, cause that,
What time's the meeting?
Tuesday.
7
Oh, it's
o'clock.
next
Okay,
week,
so,
right, yeah.
next Tuesday, yeah, I'll be.
No, not next
informed by
Tuesday, is
then,
it
yeah.
next Tuesday?
next Tuesday,
Week
yeah.
after, isn't it?
Oh, it's St.
Yeah.
Patty's.
Yeah,
Oh, I'll be there.
Many years of St. Patty's Day party.
It's actually probably better that I go to the selectmen.
Yeah.
I go to-
Dinner.
Yeah,
That's
Not
nice.
this
it's
and
probably
Stay
better I
away
go to
from
the
all that
selectmen.
stuff.
Okay, we need to take a vote on that? Do you give him the authority to do that, or is it just, he can do it?
no, he can go and
Okay.
present it, yeah.
I just wanna make sure, because I know, again, you guys vote on a lot of things.
And, you know, once you
Yes,
get
you
your,
can make
once you
that,
get your copies written out, just send a copy to us so that we'll see exactly what you're gonna be presenting that night,
To the selectmen.
please. And, I mean, in other words, because you're adding on
Yeah.
a line for the off-peak season,
Yeah.
and, so, and then, I don't necessarily care if you don't do the colorful part for that night, but it would be nice once we do, for March 29th that we have on that.
And we also,
Mhm.
since we're not gonna have another meeting, we'll have one meeting before the bridal expo,
Yeah,
which only gives us like 2 days, like, not that much to
25,
order
6 days before,
tchotchkes.
yeah.
So can we approve like $200
yeah.
to order, so we could order them,
What?
just have them in? Cause I don't want it to be last minute.
Out of the
So we'll
bells
make
and
a
the
motion.
pills.
Can make a
Make a
motion
motion?
there,
Can I make a motion to approve up to $200?
Can we say 250 just in case?
Sure,
Yeah.
up to $250 for giveaways for the bags at the bridal expo.
And how about the folders we got also? I mean,
What
they may get.
Folders?
brochures.
The
Oh.
brochures, I'm sorry.
We already, did
Two
we already?
separate, we're separate with that.
We didn't approve that, we didn't approve anything.
We'll have to do it as a separate one then.
Yeah, so this is just for the giveaways.
Okay, so I second that one.
Okay, do you have a
I make a
motion?
motion to do the brochures for.
Well, first,
No,
just for the,
no.
Right now,
the
yeah.
items, the giveaways.
Yeah,
Giveaways, any
That's
discussion
not the
regarding
brochures.
that?
For me.
All approved?
Aye.
Any opposed? that has passed, that is approved, motion is
And
approved.
then the brochures will be a
Brochure.
separate
Okay, so
motion.
brochures,
Do we even have a price?
we know price?
Because I have to get the stuff together and send to Ernie, and then he was gonna start to piece it together.
Oh, he's on the job, I could ask him how much for,
Go up to printing or probably the best, you might even.
Well,
get-
that's, yeah, Ernie at Webster.
Okay.
Yeah.
They usually like it.
They'll probably do them, I know they did do them in the past for free.
Yeah, I mean, he had mentioned, but I don't wanna go in there with the presumption, but at least if,
okay, get a price from him, if you get a price tomorrow, just email me what he said, I'll get a price from Augie, see what they can do,
okay,
for just a trifold.
Yeah.
Like a glossy little trifold, yeah.
Then make sure that, because we can't vote on this until
We can't vote.
the next meeting.
Well,
Because
let's,
we don't have, I mean, we could say $500, we could say, I mean, I don't know what flyers cost.
I mean, you can probably
You-
print 200 within 4 days, I mean, it's.
Right.
I mean, so I mean,
If they have
if we get a
some-
price by the 23rd, we just motion it and see you later. As long as, you know, just try to lock them in on a date and say, hey, we
Yeah.
can't approve it till this date, can you have it done? Which I don't think they're gonna have a problem.
can we motion the dollar amount for now?
You can, but I
Yeah.
don't include-
Yeah, let's do that, let's motion for up to like $500, which
yeah, I
I don't
can't
think is
imagine,
gonna
yeah,
be
'cause I
that,
don't
yeah.
think.
Yeah, it won't cost that much.
Yeah, it won't cost that
At least
much.
be able to cover.
But at least it's
Okay,
covered.
so-
Yeah,
make
so
a
we'll make,
motion.
and then once I
Yeah.
know, I'll send you guys an email, here's what it's gonna cost.
Yeah.
I'll
Or
make
at
a
least-
motion for up to $500 on the design purchase of
For wedding brochures.
wedding brochures for the expo and beyond.
Yeah.
For the expo.
Second,
Okay,
What do we do?
we have a motion is on the table,
second.
do we have any discussion? Okay, take a vote, all approved, I mean, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
That for
Ayes.
this flyers,
The ayes have it,
that only took 5 months.
the ayes have it,
And
okay.
then, just to backtrack real quick,
Yeah.
so I could get, just on the event side, I would need a motion to spend up to $550 for Tommy James the Magician on
Right,
April 24th.
Can I ask you, what time is he coming? What was the time frame?
I was looking at maybe making it for 6, only because I'm nervous that if we did it during the day, even though the kids are on vacation, you're still gonna have parents that are at work. So how
Right,
the
right.
kids gonna get here unless they,
Can we do, when is it,
it'd be Friday the 24th, so it's,
Cause
the-
my son's project, I think they're trying to get it done second week of April. But it would be kinda cool to do a s'mores thing too,
that would be,
but that would be like really cool.
but I don't,
Yeah, good luck trying to.
I know,
solve
that, no,
this.
never mind,
Stuff
forget
that's
it.
something, yeah, we wanna sell prepackaged.
Yeah, a couple hundred kids.
I know.
well, yeah, I think, yeah, I don't know if we'd be able, cause they do the s'mores kits, I think we could get the ability to do that, but I don't know if, I don't, yeah.
Yeah, right, that's a
That's
tricky one,
fine.
that's a
Tricky
lot
one,
of
yeah.
tricky kind of, well, not just that, no, it's more so that, you know, if the parents are here, you've got the parent interaction, but you do have to man it, you do have to man it, definitely.
Yeah, cause then you're gonna have kids having like sword fights with flavored marshmallows, and
Right.
then one kid gets like,
What can go wrong?
yeah.
Oh, no,
What could
it's-
go wrong?
But I mean, in terms of like, you know, marketing this camp for camping, there's nothing better than having that kind of
Yeah.
ambiance, you know? And if you can say, oh, by the way, we have nice new fire pits, you can camp here, that's a bonus. But I mean, that's, never mind, but I think
That's more for the
the night,
summertime,
Yeah.
I
the night
think.
one will be
Yeah,
great.
I think we'd probably get better attendance, cause I was thinking of doing it in the afternoon, but I'm like, well, you're still gonna have parents at work, so.
Plus soccer too,
Yeah,
the soccer
It's like how the kid's
season,
gonna get here.
Mhm.
yeah, soccer
Um,
season's done, I mean, starts in the morning. Most people aren't done with their
Okay.
soccer stuff till like 2, 3 o'clock,
Okay.
even baseball.
So next, so let's motion that then, let's motion up to $550 for magician Tommy James for his show, magic show on the 24th of April.
For you to look over.
What did you say for time? I'm sorry.
So who wants
6
to motion
p.m.
that?
6.
You just did so moved.
Yeah, so moved, I can't motion it, I'm the acting chair.
Right, the way you do
So I
it, the
so
way you
moved
do
you.
it.
That's it.
Brian motioned it.
Huh?
So moved.
Brian
That was
moved
that was
it.
my
so
motion.
moved,
We
and
just-
then he seconded.
She said, oh, someone second, okay.
You seconded?
So a motion on the table to spend up to $550 for magician Tommy James, 424. 20, any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, the motion is approved.
Am I gonna need it, in terms of like, as long as we're able to with the candy and all that? Do we need to put
I don't
that to a
think we need
vote?
to motion that, do we?
Right, 'cause
Sell
it's,
candy?
I mean, I'm not gonna go and buy $500 worth of candy.
No.
Any expenditures you have as a motion for.
Okay, so,
Well, we'll have another meeting to kind of.
yeah, then
Well,
we'll,
23rd, right?
Yeah, we'll have
we can do that at the next meeting.
Alright.
Because-
You can get some prices together. in the
Yeah,
meantime.
right, exactly,
Because you
okay.
might have places that discount that.
BJ's, oh my gosh,
Yep,
BJ's.
okay, so,
If I could
Yep.
suggest anything that goes on this camp, whether it be, the bridal show,
yep,
Tommy James, all that stuff, between you guys, I'm sure you can work out the language, get
Mhm.
something to the Board of Selectmen so they can read it into their announcements, because
Oh, yeah.
a lot of people watch it and it just saturates it. Because we have Facebook, we have the .com, but everybody's watching now, because especially right now,
And the same
nobody's
thing,
watching you guys.
and the same thing for the meetings, when we have the meetings, if we know
Oh,
they're
and you can
scheduled
announce
ahead of
that
time, to have them part of the announcements at the bottom of their sheet.
Mhm.
But although Greta does her presentations a little bit differently, so I didn't get any acknowledgements, those 2 pages that Wes usually reads off.
Yeah, cause he
So
usually, he
I have
puts a lot of
gotten
panache
these.
on it, you know.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I
The
mean,
other guy.
yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying that I haven't had for the last couple of meetings that you had. 'cause
So
I
we
haven't-
should get for public announcements for the 17th about the bridal show at Camp Kiwanee.
Mhm.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
okay.
So before we move on
Yeah.
from the wedding show, 2 quick thoughts. One, I know it might be trivial, but I'm looking right now and I'm looking at these nice wedding photos that you have up on the wall right here. It might not be a bad advertisement to print off a couple of other nice high resolution photos
Mhm.
and put them in the bathrooms, put them all over here, because then that's just gonna be more advertisement.
Mhm.
And make sure in the corner it says Camp Kiwanee, at Camp Kiwanee, or whatever it is. Just because as you're walking around the venue here, you're looking at what they
Please.
have.
Yeah.
But then, I have to go use the bathroom. Oh wow, look how dreamy that photo
Yeah, right,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, I can see me and my bride on the main street dancing in the pines. Yeah, that looks great.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, right, yeah.
so that might be something else that you guys might want to vote on, and just get a couple more photos to put up around the lodge, just for the show. When you have wedding venues or whatever.
You want it to
Do
look
we have any
wedding-y.
price tag on
Yeah,
that?
yeah, enticing.
Would that something we send to Webster Printing for them to scan that?
Those are.
We probably
some
could.
of those
Or
are frame
grab-
plates. You
Grab
can-
some photos.
Well, we got, I
You
know
do it for
that
the-
there are, well, I mean, for the expo, I
Yeah.
just pulled these off the wall and brought it,
Yeah.
but we could get these. I know some of these pictures, I don't know if these ones specifically, but there are wedding pictures saved on the computer. We can hunt, cause there may be stuff on this one too, so.
And I have a bunch of them saved on my computer.
Okay.
From,
So I mean, I know that, Ryan said he was able to salvage, I think, everything, so as long as
Okay.
he's able to port that onto the new computer.
I'll throw them up into a folder
And then
in
just,
my OneDrive, and I can send you a link
Okay.
to that, so
Okay.
you can download the whole.
That one that rotates around that shows the different pictures of the camp, that's nice when they open it up on that.
oh, the slide, yeah, we're just, yeah.
Slides, that was nice.
And I'll see if I can find my old tablet. Like, we could have that set up on the table and just have that
Mhm.
snippet just scrolling through. Just a matter of finding the tablet.
Well, I have an extra tablet at the house
Yeah, I have
that
one
belongs
too.
to the town that you can
Yeah.
use for the venue.
Okay, cool.
So,
Thank you, sir.
yeah, just send me an email and I'll bring it over for you.
Okay.
And then the other quick thing I was thinking of, it might not be bad to have an extra caretaker. If it's a beautiful day like
Mhm.
today,
Mhm.
might not be bad to have a caretaker helping Billy at the table or whatnot. Well, Dory, the star tour guide, is saying, "Hey, we're just going for a quick walk. Come check out the
I'll be
beautiful."
I'll be
at the table,
Oh,
we'll
okay.
be at the table too.
So yeah, it might be
Yeah, no,
nice to
good
have
idea.
tours
Yeah.
going every 15 minutes
Yeah.
or whatever. Bring them through the patio, the deck. Bring them down along the waterfront or whatever, and just kind of hit these. And then when you're on the deck, you can say, "Oh, look at this could be your wedding right here. Look at how nice." And then when you're down on
The little gazebo
the gazebo, you can say, "Here's a photo from the gazebo,"
Yeah.
and just kind of show so they can visualize things. Because I don't think people are going to realize the beauty just from right here.
The
Get
back,
them out.
the back porch too.
Yeah, we'll put the,
Yeah,
um,
pictures
we'll-
in the windows.
I don't know if it, depending on the weather, if it's if it's a beautiful day, we'll do the middle windows, but we'll at least, we can set up a mock kind of ceremony area so we can put some of the benches out there. I don't think we have to put all 8 of them,
No,
but have some of the benches out there, we can, the garland, what, I can never remember whatever that
Yeah,
stuff
garland.
is. But the pretty garland, flowy stuff, we can set up through the arches and just, again, gussy it up a little bit.
Okay, so, time, ready to move on to old business? Warrants, weekly updates, we did that, right? Job postings, cold opening.
So, so, as far as I know, they still have, nobody's turned anything in to the town hall. But we have gotten, 22 responses of people. So when we posted the jobs on Facebook, people can, you know, like, submit not a real resume, but it's like the Facebook resume. So for everybody that's responded, I, again, diverted them to the application link on the town website. The real link, not the one that I screwed up. So I've been instructing everybody to download, fill out the application, and bring it to the town administrator's office. I also got feedback. So, the 2 people that Emma suggested for beach director, Katie has, I called her and she said she had already printed out the application, was getting ready to turn it in, so I just don't think she has yet. But she said she was turning in an application. I also let
What's your name?
Katie, well, Katie R, let's call it, because I don't want to screw up her name. And then, Joe, who was new to Cranberry Cove last year, but has, he's got a background, I think he was in like scouts and everything, so he knows water safety and all that. So he's now aware about, the position being open. I haven't heard back from Josh Baker. But again, like Joan said with what Grace suggested, I'll go through and I'll reach out to all the staff, just again remind them, you know, applications are out. You know, do you have an interest in coming back? So at least we can find out roughly how many people we've got reapplying. Do we know off the top of our head that the only age requirement is you gotta be 16 or older for a lifeguard position? Was that what was stated last
Yeah,
year?
the water safety, yeah.
And a water, but the gate attendants, as long as they have a permit, can be 15, correct?
I thought 14, wasn't one of them like 14? I think 14, one of them was.
he was 15, he wasn't 16, he wanted to be a lifeguard
Correct.
because of his age requirements and they hadn't posted it. So we used him up here.
Yes, I know that we at least had a question about somebody that's turning 16 in August, and they're 50, are they allowed to work? And I believe they are, they just can't be a lifeguard or a WSI.
Right.
But I believe they can at least apply for either, you know, the gatekeeper or caretaker position.
And if they have to get work permits too, though.
Yeah, they have to
That
work
age.
permits and they can only work a certain amount of hours per week. So I just, again, I'll find out what all that is, but I just didn't know if you guys know off the top of your head. So,
What was the name of the girl that you said?
Katie,
Shady.
And we have a Cove opening date, is that tentative on when school ends?
yeah, so tentatively, cause I believe the last day of school is possibly June 18th.
Okay.
So I wanted to piggyback off of that, I think it might be kind of a good idea to do the fun day and invite, I got a contact for the person that was, I think at the time, the head of the Friends of Camp Kiwanee.
You were gonna reach out, right?
Yeah, I think it's really a good idea, just to do one little thing, like extend an olive.
They wanted to do it last year, the J.
They
Yeah.
wanted to do the end of the season,
Yeah.
but Emma had already had everything
Yeah.
scheduled, so
And it
we
was-
told them to come back for the beginning of the year, but
Yeah, no, I think that's
No,
what
I think
we'll do.
if we reach out, I
wanted
think
to-
it's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna send a note and I'm gonna ask, if they could come to, you know, a meeting and then we could just discuss doing a fun day, open day. Because they're gonna bring the volunteers, they're gonna bring some hands, they're excited to come. I think last year they wanted to do things like, you know, like little areas for games and like face painting and all that, that if we had them participate in that, I think that's a good start to doing things in the
Okay.
future. And
Yeah,
also sending that out to the school system, because there's nothing
again,
worse
yeah, it's a
than.
free event too.
Yeah, it's, I think that's a good one, and I know that it's not, a cove opening is different from the cove, but I also wanted to ask everybody, I know there was a fishing derby that we should capitalize on previous to the open date of the cove. The Rod and Gun Club does a really nice one every year, and theirs is June 6th, I think. And they're coming here. The school system has also agreed to share out their stuff. Their stuff is free. So I'd really like to put that as kind of make that as part of what goes on at the Cove. Start that little calendar of like what's up at the Cove. June, expect this, and put things like fishing derby, fun day, some like little things that may not seem like a big deal, but if it's on there, people feel like there's like something going on at the Cove. So I don't know if that's part of the committee, we haven't met as a committee, but isn't that something that we're gonna take a look at, the different activities pre-planned for the Cove?
For the Cove.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you had it here in,
business
this was the
plan.
piece that you had mailed out, or emailed to
Yeah,
us,
I
right?
think I've given everybody that,
Yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, I think,
That's the one that you add to the business plan, right?
yeah, so those are just preliminary things, and then I know, just other little things, like I know we talked about the kayak program, like kick off kayak day. Maybe have one day where it's like, come and, get to use the kayak and learn a couple of tips, or something like that. Another thing that we had talked about for the Cove was, maybe having, neat things for the Cove, like on certain, I think this was last year, on certain days, we could have like an ice cream social. I don't remember, we were talking about that
Yes.
last year, just something little, because I know when I went to the Cove, it was like, it would be nice to have broken up like the day with something.
Yeah, I think if we did pre-packaged ice creams, I believe we're allowed to do that, we just we can't make
You
Sundays
can't
and
make
stuff,
Sundays.
Right, but I mean, even if like, just to ease up in terms of like, if you don't have the help on Friday, first Friday of every month, it's ice cream social, at the Cove. Those kids like just dig that. And then even talking to the beach director about like wiffle ball tournament on, you know what I mean? Those little things, and I think.
But that's something the beach director would
Right,
undertake.
and we've gotta get the beach director.
You gotta get a beach director, so once we get the beach director, then we can really,
So fishing derby, should put that on hold, or should we get that kind of underway, because that's
that's
before?
not beach director, yeah.
Well, I think that's separate from, because the
Usually
Rod
Rod
and Gun Club,
Gun
they're
Club
just looking to.
advertises themselves.
Yeah,
They do it.
that would be kind of separate from us, because that's their thing.
No, but I mean, remember, we're trying to establish
Well, not
a
separate.
You
relationship.
can
Right,
mention
but
it
it's, we
as
can
part of
certainly
the
help
events,
them.
upcoming events.
Yeah, that should be, it should be, if it's at our location, we should capitalize on that in terms of that day. I think we should sell beach passes.
Yeah, you can do that.
Well, what day is it?
June
June 6th.
6th.
And I think that's also Hanson Day, you guys, which is a big to-do.
Right.
Well, and what we also, we have a wedding that day too.
Oh dear Lord.
It wouldn't be the same, I don't know if it would be the same day.
I don't know, let me
as
double check with them, but I think it's important to have them come in. It's now, it's March. It'd be nice
Yeah, so
to-
we do have a wedding and camping that day, but that being said, as long as they don't have to use the lodge.
No, they don't, but they're gonna bring a lot of kids, and if the school system puts it out, you're talking about a ton more kids. So, in terms of the planning, do we have them scheduled to come in so we can talk about logistics? Do they come in during a meeting, or do they come in separately with a Cove committee or something? I guess I need to find out how we're gonna move forward.
They need to come into a meeting and then just present what they do, but they do it down the path down here.
Yeah, but I mean, there was some, we wanted to coordinate our efforts so that we knew how the day was gonna look, and et cetera.
There's usually nothing,
Yeah,
we
'cause
set it out, they do
well,
all
the tricky
the
part
their own
too-
setup.
Oh, we do have bathrooms down the Cove. So I was gonna say, I know sometimes they open up the south end bathrooms to utilize those as well, but again, we won't be able to do that because, the wedding's gonna have the south end.
Where do these people park for the wedding? Because I was just thinking, if you have a fishing derby, they have about 100 kids.
Yeah, they start with this lot, as that starts to fill, some will kind of pull into the teardrop, they'll park over by the caretaker stuff, and then they start to fill in by the electric cabins. And then if there's more spillover, then they would start to park down by the cove.
What's the cove capacity for parking?
No idea.
But the
Okay,
fishing
well,
derby.
we're
it's
sort of
not-
getting off the agenda, we're talking about,
Yeah.
there's nothing about parking
Yeah.
on the agenda,
No, but I mean,
so.
it's about the cove, it's a cove activity.
Fill it in.
It also depends on
Yeah.
how people park down at the cove,
Yeah,
depending on if they park.
that's a private
accordingly.
event, it's not our event.
Do you remember
It's
the
Hanson
hours
Run
of the fishing
Gun Club.
derby?
I know, but we're trying to partner up with them so that they can possibly do some camping stuff moving forward. You know, they were talking about possibly doing programming here. So I think we can't just say, you know, we need, I'd like to be a part of it. I would. I'd like for our rec department to be in contact so that we have this conversation. If it works out well, it's something that we definitely have on our agenda every year. And then we capitalize on it with, they have resources that we can benefit from. And they're a 501c3, not for anything, but we need
Yeah.
501c3s, as we know. So, I just kind of thought it would be important to be part of that and not just say it's their event, it's our event.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they're bringing the goods. Think about it, we don't have to pay for prizes. They bring all kinds of neat prizes. They come with the volunteers, equipment, and then they donated, they could even possibly donate more fishing stuff to us. We have fishing type stuff moving forward. I don't know if that's gonna work out
I
though.
always call Ben, he's the one that's running the event.
Mhm.
So I think we should invite him. Should we invite him to come in and kind of have,
Give him a call.
Well, what we have to see too is like, I don't know if there needs to be any sort of just like fee waiver or, because again, they're not renting the lodge, so I don't even, there's no, there doesn't need to be an actual contract, right? Because they're more so utilizing
They are,
the
but-
waterfront.
yeah, but I think the safety issues, you know, I think we would need to maybe address things like, they can't use the beach because they're using hooks and things like that.
Right.
But they, you know, we need to have sort of like, set up a protocol for where people are gonna park, where they're gonna go. I think he has a fairly clear
Okay,
idea of
we
where.
have caretakers that can go count the spaces,
Because
yeah.
when
Whether you count the
when they
spaces,
walk
yeah.
that walkway.
It's not our job as a recreation to count spaces, it's their job.
No, but I know,
as paid
but so
employees
are
to
we,
do that, Yeah.
so for the fishing derby, are we gonna allot them a couple of caretakers to be able to?
You won't need it.
You don't need them.
No, because they, I mean,
They'll
they've
tell
got it down
people
to a
to come up
science.
and park here up here and then,
Will they have somebody to coordinate their parking?
I'm sure.
What time is the
So
wedding
that's why I
that
think we
day?
need to have them here. Let's have them come in.
Oh, that's a good point too,
5
that they
o'clock.
might be done,
It's
the
at
derby
5.
might be done
The
before the
There's a
wedding.
wedding, yeah.
The wedding's
We need
at
someone to
5.
go, yeah.
What time are
There'll
they,
be, there'll
what
be,
time
there'll
do
be
they come in for
caretakers
the
on site for
cabins?
the wedding.
To rent the cabins, is that 3?
So you-
At
when you
3
have-
o'clock.
yeah.
Okay, so that would be
Yes,
3
infrastructure
o'clock,
Coordination.
and then the wedding's
I'm
at
telling you,
5.
Yeah.
It is key.
And so they'd be gone, because they're gone by noon
And they
time.
do have
What is
the-
it's
the
what,
town hall,
6
but
to
they
9 or
have
something like
certain
that?
ways to-
They usually go up by 10, 11
Yeah.
at the very latest.
Well, yeah, it's a 5 o'clock wedding, so they will
So
be
then,
here
yeah.
by 1 PM
Yeah,
to start setting up.
Yeah.
I think they'll be
So
out of
that would
here.
be inside, you
Yeah.
should have
Yeah.
had nothing to do
So
with
they'll be done,
it over there.
okay.
Yeah.
So that actually,
I
that,
don't have the hours, but I think it's 10 or 11
Oh.
tops.
Yeah.
oh, this is,
Not very long. Because they had to always be out of there by the, because Hanson Day is usually the same time as theirs is. So they're always out of there by that time, because we have Hanson Day.
And today is what time?
Oh, God, I just
I
got
wrote
an
it
email.
down.
It's in the,
just glad
Yes,
to do
right,
it the
the
following
email.
weekend is the wedding that's got no
It's on the
offense, so-
6th, and it's,
so,
rain
Arnold.
days is the 13th,
Oh,
So it's
and
a good thing it's not that
it's
weekend,
Yeah.
what, 12 to?
Dang,
Yeah.
yeah,
because that's
It's
a
a
175 or 200 person wedding.
yeah.
12 to 3.
Oh, good, okay.
Okay, so Hanson Day will be 12 to 3.
I think I can go to that one.
So by the time this is over, where they can, a lot of people
Mhm.
can head right to Hanson Day, and we usually set up a table down there too.
Mhm.
so Bill, can I get him to just pop in really quick, just so that we can, you know, make sure our communication is open?
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
put
then
them
we
on the
have
agenda,
it.
yeah.
Scheduled
Yeah.
for the April meeting, not the next
Sure.
one. Because we've got to do the wedding and all that.
But we'll want them up front, so that way he knows what
Oh,
you're
Oh,
looking for.
absolutely, I think that's what's important.
These are pretty easy to sell, but,
Yeah.
We still have to set up
but
the
yeah,
second
the,
meeting for March.
Both the rec commission and the board of selectmen already voted for them to be able to use the waterfront.
Okay, so that's,
Because normally they use the town hall, it's never a problem.
yeah.
It's just that it's deteriorating and they don't want kids to start falling into the water with the fish.
Well, and then there were people that
That's
had the
why they-
chance part in the
Shot in
road.
the street, yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
So
so
the
it's a
same.
little safer here, and plus there's a lot of turnout for that event, so it's good for the camp too.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Any more under job postings or camp opening?
I have one suggestion.
Yes.
What I would do, Billy, at your next caretakers meeting, before hiring, is say to your caretakers, what hours are you guys expecting, or what hours would you guys like for this coming summer? And then that way, you can kind of judge how many people you need to hire, rather than hiring 5 new employees, and then having to train 5 new employees, and then trying to give hours to all 10 employees.
Yeah.
You know, so what I would really do is I would check in with your caretakers first and just say, what are you guys expecting? What would you guys like? Because you guys are here throughout the year. We want to make sure you guys are happy and you know that we're not trying to take hours away from you. So I just would do that. And I
Yeah,
think that would
good
go a
thinking.
long way with your caretakers.
When I believe, because of budget, we gotta keep them under 19 a week, correct?
19 the most, right?
Yeah,
19
which,
and a half, yeah.
okay.
Before we end with the Cove opening day, we just talked about it, but what did we decide exactly for opening day? What are we looking to do? I mean, I know we don't have to necessarily vote on it now, but can we have an idea as to what we want?
What are you looking?
Thank you, John, I'm glad you asked.
So shouldn't we wait for friends if we can kind of coordinate with them? based on
So
what-
do you want to have them come in as well?
And that's gonna be this opening days, we're gonna do something on opening day this year, like. we-
Opening day
We
this
always
year, I
do,
think
yeah.
should be, because
Fun.
they want it to be a free fun day, that's
Yeah.
what they wanted.
Right,
Which was their take last year. And I thought that would be fine if we can capitalize on using the school system to pump that up for us.
Mhm.
And then that day, we sell passes as well. And then maybe just, but we should do something, like I know, they talked about, I wanted to say they talked about games, I don't know who's gonna run the games, they talked about a DJ, you know, it needs to be something big. At the last day of school, most kids, it's a half a day, kids are rearing to go somewhere.
last day's usually on a Thursday, isn't it, last day of school, or, so we did the event on a Friday, I remember, we've done the
Yeah,
one
but I
Fridays.
think this year, well, we wrote down beach the 20th, that's what I've got down here, that we planned on
20th?
doing something on the 20th of June, yeah.
That's it, so Cove opening day, all right, and so,
That's
what,
what
has-
which is a Saturday, so.
has Emma generally spent money on the fun day? Is there
I
money
think
that's
so.
spent?
Well, there
we spent it on,
wasn't a fun day, right? It was just,
She did have a fun day, but I
yeah,
don't
we
think she
did,
had a
we
good turnout.
we bought hot dogs, I remember one
Oh,
year,
we
so
always
hot
had a
dogs,
big
cotton
turnout.
candy,
That
did we do
was-
cotton
Did
candy?
you do a dunk tank one year, dunk tank?
We did, yep,
And was it well visited?
yes.
Yeah, we had a
Great
huge
time.
crowd
A
down
DJ.
we got
Yeah.
a huge free
Free.
tank right there. Just throw 'em in the water.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we did.
Well, then that should be,
Yeah.
that really should be,
Yeah.
the start of the season, because then you get people excited
is.
with the camp. But no, the fun day that we did last year, we did it in August, it was.
Yeah, that's too late, no, we,
Yeah.
oh, June, you gotta do it, right, June, right, the
June.
opening.
When did you do it?
Oh, that was
When
when
it
they had
so
the foam and
successful?
You're talking about
Yeah,
the
the fire
closing
department.
day, that's what day you're talking about. There's always a beach opening day, and
Opening
there's
day,
always fun day that they have. I
Mhm.
can't remember what they did, but
They did the foam, the firefighters
Foam.
came with the foam.
Let's do that.
18th's a Thursday, so you probably wanna do it on the
But on the
19th.
end of the season, we have something different, and we
Yeah,
get
On the
our,
Friday?
that was already planned.
Yeah, the fun, on the
Yeah.
19th,
because, you know, then you've got,
Gonna
that
do it on the Friday?
yeah,
would be great.
cause the kids will be out of school on the 18th, and you're right on the Friday, that's what we did before, the day after they were out of school.
Yeah, the only thing with a lodge wedding, nothing else on that Friday.
On that day.
We did it before, I think it was a wedding here that night when we did it,
Yeah.
So
It
you,
doesn't last very long.
yeah.
Just a lodge, yeah,
So
nobody's
when
camping,
Yeah.
when
so.
is that April meeting, so?
We would have done like 5 to 7 or something like that, up to 8.
Do we have that?
We don't have it scheduled, we haven't got even the second March one
Okay.
scheduled.
All right, so, but let me just put that in there, just so I can make a
Yeah.
request, June
19th,
19th.
So
And
we're
that's a
gonna do
Thursday?
that as opening day?
that's a
That's
Friday, Friday, we wanna do it on the Friday, after,
Friday.
the day after they were out of school.
19th, what time would it be?
We did like 5 to 7 maybe.
5 PM to
I thought
7?
it was in the daytime.
For the code, for the,
The opening day?
Yeah, should we
Opening
maybe
days
do
usually
it Saturday then instead, so that way we can
No.
run it early?
No.
Why would we?
It was better, it was fabulous at night, that nighttime.
I would-
Afternoon.
Probably
4
table
p.m.
this till
to
Diane comes in, cause
Yeah.
Diane was a
She's-
big part of the code
Yeah.
last year. And if you start making decisions now.
Yeah, okay,
you
let's
might
put it on
have
the
a
back
different
burner.
idea.
Yeah,
Well, at
So
least we
either
can
the
put it-
19th or the
let's put it on there.
20th, let's look
Yeah.
at June 19th.
Just schedule it for our next meeting.
Yeah,
and we should have a tentative backup date for the following
Yes.
weekend because potentially school, whether it's gonna be snow, corona, what have you, their end of school date could get pushed back,
Could
so.
go,
So we have to kind of plan for that too.
Cove kickoff was 4 to 7. That was in, the first one we did in 2017. 4 to 7 kickoff, DJ, contest, games. We have the dunk tank. Do we have an obstacle course that day too? or-
Yeah, they did, they had
Yeah.
the one rubber one.
And then the
Mhm.
phone, where the fire
The
department.
foam was
used
a
the phone?
different thing altogether, but you can probably find it.
Did they have it,
Oh,
they had the obstacle course on the beach?
Yeah, it was a
itself?
beach, it was a big inflatable that ran down the side of the beach.
Mhm.
It was pretty cool. Where she got the stuff, I don't know. but,
Yeah.
Probably country rental or whatever right up the
He
street.
Yeah.
does bouncies, I think she went somewhere else, but I think Diane has a line on the rental company for that
Right.
stuff too.
Mhm.
but they do bounces
Oh,
also.
maybe, there's be in, yeah, this,
Yeah, I know we had cotton candy, we had hot dogs.
Yeah, because we have our own machines and.
Yeah, we probably, do we still have the popcorn machine? or-
we have the popcorn
We better.
machine, I don't think we have a cotton candy one, but we got
Well,
popcorn.
we didn't, we thought, we were thinking of buying one,
I
but,
think we rented it, right, for that?
yeah, I think
Party,
we,
yeah.
but it didn't work half of the time.
Yeah.
I
Hot
remember
dog
Emma
machine.
complaining about it.
Hot dog machine was there.
It's ours, yeah,
Yeah.
belong, so we
Now,
just bought the hot dogs
do we
and the
need permits to sell that stuff? That's not prepackaged stuff.
Jim done that
Possibly,
day.
because we don't have like the kitchen set up down there, so you need a kitchen with a sink and like a
You
prep
could
area.
also, but didn't she
Yeah,
say
we
you
just
could
did
also
the-
use Mike's House of Pizza? You just use their license and have one of their guys come out and serve the pizza?
Well, we could do pizza because it's prepackaged, but like, we're talking if we do hot dogs and stuff, because we're.
We just bought the hot dogs at Shaw's and.
Yeah,
Yeah, we bought the hot dogs, I think it was, he got them at Walmart.
I would
Yeah.
talk to Teresa Coates,
Yeah.
because she was on the comm at the time,
Mhm.
and if there was an issue, she would have
She would've.
picked it up right away.
Right.
yeah, as long as we're able to do it.
And we didn't
it's not
sell
a
them, right?
difficult
We
thing.
just gave them,
No, we didn't sell
we
it.
didn't
It
sell
was-
them, no, we just
it
gave
was
them.
free.
Okay, well, I'm glad it's, at least it's on the horizon. It's
Yeah.
just good to have it so we can,
The first year we did was June 23rd.
but
But
you
I'm
called that
just saying
kickoff
this
day,
year-
not
That was Cove
Monday.
kickoff day, it was a
It's Cove
kickoff, the Cove
kickoff,
kickoff,
not
that's Cove
Monday.
kickoff.
You can do
But
kickoffs
we had
last
fun.
Sunday if you want.
Yeah, you can do a separate fun day, Cove
No,
fun
I
day.
guess I was confused by the terminology. So she does
Yeah.
fun day at the end of the summer. Is that
Right.
weird?
Right,
Yeah, so the
I'm
fun,
confused.
yeah, the fun day was with the foam and then the
Mhm.
the pinata.
Okay, okay.
And like the mummy races and stuff.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I think because we got the late jump last year, that's why they didn't have the kickoff day.
Yeah,
Um,
we decided that on May 22nd, 2017 to go with the June day.
That's awesome. That was very successful, John, so I think we should.
It was a great time, yeah.
we always have them, we sell a lot of passes,
There,
Yeah.
and
that's
stuff
key.
like that.
That's the other thing, you have to get people to buy passes.
So you wanna find out when Friends of Camp Kiwanee wanna come in and.
That's why I
Yeah,
wanted,
okay.
I think that's why I wanted to just kind of say
Get it on the
tentatively,
agenda.
we're thinking, you know, at least give them a sense tentatively, this is what we're thinking, whether
We'd
or
like to work
not.
together.
In beach
We'd love to, yeah.
passes, we sold at the Hanson Day, we started selling them, we took applications, because Emma was there, so the beach director would be there at the Hanson Day.
You guys did such a cute setup last year.
Oh, the
What was that?
pools and stuff?
Yeah, that was such
We
a.
still, the pool's upstairs with
Yeah,
the little fish.
That was a wicked cute setup, the kids were,
Yeah.
I mean, that was a popular,
And people brought checks there and
Yeah.
they want registration passes.
yeah,
So
any opportunity to get their money in advance, so that's great.
So I
That was when we
fingers
first
crossed.
started
Mhm.
selling them.
I believe it, well, I guess this concerns the coast. The fiber project is, I believe, slated to finally start next week, I believe. So that being said, as long as it's completed by then, if they're able to get the signal beam down there and all that, if we have functioning internet down there, people will be able to
They signed up right there.
online. They'll be able to register.
Finally.
Fantastic.
So we have to be prepared that it'll probably be checked and everything, but we may actually have a smoother transition by being able to register people online.
That's so good, that's nice, that's
Mhm.
great. So
Cross your fingers.
Nice. Okay, so that's,
We definitely took the wedding rate thing out of it.
yeah, Red and White thing was done.
Everybody
Yeah, we've.
blown through this.
Business plan, we need to talk about business plans.
Um,
Dates of meetings?
Yeah, March 23rd, April, yeah.
Yeah.
So, business plan we're all set with for
So yeah,
now?
just,
Yeah, we just got to put them on the
These.
second,
Yeah, I mean,
Anything else?
I'll add, I haven't,
No, okay.
I haven't added,
Yeah.
the marketing plan stuff into it, but I'm kinda compiling
Agenda.
Yeah, okay.
notes as we say, as we talk
Okay.
about.
Bill, to the next agenda, can you add teams and general correspondence, please?
Teams.
Teams,
Yeah,
but we have the teams like that, yeah.
That'll be your-
I forget what.
Yeah, yeah, I know, and I have events, yeah,
Facilities.
facilities,
Okay, what,
Well, are we just putting, are we
I forget the committee.
listing out specific,
we
or
have
are we just?
specifics, we don't
No,
list.
I would just list, if you need the names of them, we have like the facilities.
Yeah.
If there's nothing to report, they just say nothing to report.
Yeah, just marketing.
Website, if there's nothing to report, nothing to report. You have the code, which would be those two, and it just runs down, I think it's 5 teams. 'cause it
Melissa,
works
you're
on something.
Melissa was media and,
She is events and.
Whoops, I
media and events, I think it
accidentally
was.
CC'd you on code matters.
Oh, man,
I got it somewhere in here, this mess.
okay.
March 23rd.
I texted Augie for brochure price, and I'll let you know
Okay,
on that, and then you can just check with the advisor, if they
Yeah, I'll
want it for
read-
free, that'd be fantastic.
I mean, the thing about it too is like you need graphic design,
Yeah, well, they.
so not just
yeah,
print
yeah,
out.
they can do
Okay,
that.
they're
It's a
expensive.
graphic designer, yeah. No, Augie wouldn't be expensive, no, beat him down,
Okay.
yeah.
As long as you have that on video.
Yeah.
You didn't really need that.
Yeah, because I can't, we're gonna get a table there, our company, but I can't be at that table, so it's going to be at our table.
Are you talking about, in March?
Yeah, the show, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, if I'm on the commission, I can't be selling myself
Yeah.
at that table.
And, we're talking about the code, but I know we have to hire for the code. But we had job descriptions for them all, and I don't have one for 2019, I have 2018s for the beach director, the water safety instructor,
It's the, what's the pay for the
and
caretakers?
the
It's,
lifeguards.
actually, it's 12 to 25.
Okay, and those are those applications online?
The, yeah, if you go to the, Town of Hanson, it's the easy
Okay.
access tab on the left,
See,
on the
my
left. It says,
18-year-old wants to,
yeah,
he's a carpentry made, the thing,
it's the employee volunteer
Social
tab.
low tech, yeah, okay.
And you just gotta go all the way to the bottom and the application's there.
He's working
I've
at
got
Dunkin's.
2018, I got 2017, but I don't have 2019, I don't know why I don't. But beach director, WSI, and lifeguards, and it's just paid.
Yes, we have
I
the
think
23rd
there
already
was
been
even one
confirmed.
for gatekeeper at one time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the next, that's the next.
So next meeting's March 23rd, which we already confirmed, and April 6th, is that one okay with everyone?
Yep. And that's the one I'm gonna invite the Karate Gun Club folks to.
April, okay.
Yeah,
Was it April 3rd?
so that way we
April
can have them.
6th.
6th, sorry.
We need that.
That'd be better,
April
just give them
6th.
a heads up way in advance.
April 6th, I'll just check my April 6th while I'm at it here.
Would be nice to really bring Justin.
I'm
Fine.
gonna work on it. He doesn't get back to your texts though.
Come on, open up, don't be a pain, but,
And we'll really do get bells
Yeah,
for
that's
the
fine.
wedding, for the bucket. Is
Oh,
that
did we
what you
just,
said?
I don't,
what?
what the little tchotchke was gonna be
You better off call.
for the wedding bags?
We'll
Guys.
leave
I'll
that,
look into.
Oh, you're
yeah,
gonna,
we'll leave
okay.
that to the trade show
Yes.
expert.
A lot of those guys, I think that's their age group.
Okay, anything else while we're here? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look at this before, hey, come on, you guys
All right.
superstars.
Motion to adjourn.
Woo-hoo.
Motion to adjourn from Brian, do we have a second?
Yes,
Second.
second.
We have a second, any discussion? All in favor say aye,
Aye.
Opposed?
indeed.
meeting is adjourned.
Oh my.
I don't want to say her name.